From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Hey, good evening, folks, and what a day it was. Good or bad, I guess it depends on who you ask. I personally really like these gloomy kind of days, these rainy days. It's really nice sleeping weather, I'll tell you that much. It's, if only it happened on one of my off days, right, Mike? Don't take that for granted. It was really nice out there, at least by my standards. By everyone else's standards, though, I think we become nicer over the next couple days. Maybe some scattered rain chances in the midweek. We're talking Wednesday or so. I think that's when our next real rain chances kind of creep into the North State. In the meantime, though, tomorrow and probably into Tuesday, we're doing pretty good. Not looking like really any inclement weather after this whole junk kind of gets out of here. And it does look to loiter over the next few hours, even a few more developing spots up there by Modoc County and by the tri-state line. But to be honest with you, I think that's not really long for this world, to be honest. Monday looks fine. I really like how we're trending a lot drier and a lot clearer for our Monday as a whole. And Tuesday as well. I do think Tuesday looks pretty nice as well. I don't think when I say midweek, Tuesday is when I think the rain chances are. I'm really thinking more like Wednesday here. Notice here, you see off to the north, that's what I'm talking about. We do pick up some cloud cover with this system as it drops south as we're heading into Tuesday evening. But I think the real rain chances, which are still not particularly high, but they are there, start to come as we're heading towards Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, probably lasting into the early to mid hours of Wednesday evening. But behind that, again, we clear out. I'm not seeing much in the way of rain chances kind of towards the end of the week, to be honest with you. And I really think today, what we've seen in the rain totals, that's what most of this is, to be honest with you. That really is the long and short of it. Not much in the way of rain towards the East Mountains and even eastern portions of Siskiyou County and out towards Modoc County. You do have a scattered half inch or so out there. Along the valley, though, you're talking 3/4 of an inch points just east of Chico along 70. But to be honest with you, west of I-5, that's where most of the rain totals were along the coast. Check it out here up north of Crescent City. We're talking a good half an inch, inch and a half rather, maybe close to 2 inches there when all is said and done. So we picked up quite a bit of rain up there, but we are still a little bit below average. And I think we're going to stay that way at least until the first week of November. There might be a pattern change in the extended term, but these systems that keep dropping south here, these cool air systems, I'll be honest with you, they're kind of moisture starved. I'm not seeing much in the way of widespread dense moisture as these systems wrap and drop south here as the kind of head into the midweek and end portions of the work week. That's why I'm really not too convinced of that Wednesday system being too particularly obnoxious, because it just doesn't have that much moisture. Enough to have some showers, sure, but behind it as well, this other system by the weekend, I'm really not seeing indications that it looks too precipitation-y either, to be honest with you. So I think it's really more of a cooling trend than anything else. Picking up some wind off the coast as well. Check these wave heights out. We're talking 10, 12 feet. Not much higher, and you might get a small craft advisory with those gusts at, 20 knots or more, 30 knots even. But right now, I think it just looks a little rambunctious when you're talking about 10 to 15 nautical miles off the coast. So be careful out there as you're heading through tomorrow. Might be a little breezy, waves might be a little rambunctious out there. One of my favorite words there, rambunctious. All right, lows tonight. We're talking consistent lower to mid 50s in the valley as we head through the next several hours. Head out towards the East Mountains and Modoc County. You're talking just above freezing in the upper 30s, near 40. Then you head towards the ocean a little more, talking about Trinity County, North Coast. We're starting to get back into the lower 50s there, so not too shabby. Then we dry out for tomorrow, and we have a pretty nice day in store for us tomorrow. We're starting to see some 80s pop up in the valley. Check that out in Red Bluff, Chico. 80, there you go. Redding at 79, but give it 1 or 2 degrees of wiggle room. You can reasonably expect maybe an 80 if we get lucky there tomorrow. Then you head out towards Modoc County. We're talking 62 in Alturas. Siskiyou County, pretty consistent with the mid 60s out there. Then you head out towards Happy Camp up by the state line. You're talking about 70 degrees there. Along the coast, near 60, pretty consistent all the way up to Crescent City, all the way down through Trinity County. You're talking 72 in Weaverville there, so pretty nice day in store for us tomorrow. Again, I'm not seeing any indications that we'll see 91 or anything. I think our time for that just about over. I think we're starting to really firmly settle in to a more fall-like pattern here over the next several days. So 7-day forecast, see what we have in store. This is what I'm talking about when I say we do cool down just a little bit. Notice those 50s, Mount Shasta, Siskiyou County, pretty consistent. Then you're heading out towards Modoc County. Well, notice by the end here, like I said, by next weekend, we're probably cooling off in a pretty big way as that big surge of cool air kind of drops into the south. Mike will be with you this week updating you more on that. But again, Wednesday, I think we might see some scattered shower chances there. Notice though, it's really not particularly high chances, really kind of meandering moisture, if anything else, in that time frame. Taking a look at the valley, much of the same. You see that cooling trend taking effect here as well. 70s for today and into tomorrow, but notice a good 10 degrees cooler through the midweek. We're talking 60s in Redding, same for Red Bluff down to Chico, pretty much all the way down I-5. We're cooling down a good 10 degrees as we head through midweek there, and I think the conditions will be nice to go along with it, at least past Wednesday, with clouds mostly clearing out, with dry conditions and partly cloudy conditions sticking at least through to the weekend. Along the coast, same situation there. We're getting rid of that rain through the rest of the day today. A few scattered showers possible as we're heading towards Wednesday. The first brunt of that system might push through Friday, the one that cools us down weekend. That's what I'm talking about. You might see a very, very, very isolated shower with the very scant moisture that you get with it. But to be honest with you, I think that's even less of a chance than Wednesday. And you know how much I think that's already kind of meandering. So to be honest with you, I think it's a pretty decent week across much of the North State. Not looking too shabby. We're cooling down. We're becoming really more mild over the next couple days, if anything else. And if you're anything like me, you're definitely not complaining.